Remember Christina Payne is the young lady that got hit in the face by Cory Holcomb. She is here, especially after he was trending because he refused to fight a man, but he had smoke for women. Christina Payne, comedian Christina Payne, welcome back.
Hey, gorgeous. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. It's so good to see you. You look amazing.
Thank you. You as well. You had a young man that you were living with at the time that you were roommating and you were occasionally sleeping with. He defended you.
Yeah, I was living in the house with about like 5 other comedians, and he was one of them. I knew him from the East Coast. He would come to my open mics and was pretty much like my open mic baby in a sense.
So we're talking about Jamel, the one who we just featured in the clip.
Yes. After all of this transpired, he didn't like the way things were being portrayed. People started lying about me. As you can see, Cory had a bunch of his minions out here doing podcasts and interviews and whatnot, lying about me because my attorney and his attorney were in negotiations last year about money and whatnot. It's like I had to be quiet. I was silenced pretty much by his attorney. Cory Holcomb has been seen, as we say, you got caught red-handed lying about something you said you didn't do. Remember that. He said he did not touch me at all. Mm-hmm. And it wasn't until we got to court months later that he finally was like, he told the judge he poked me in the head with 2 fingers.
So that was Christina Payne. That was the woman that was alleging that Cory Holcomb knocked her tooth out. And we saw the video with some parts of the clip that was edited that we didn't see. We found out that this incident went to court already, and I'm guessing it's been resolved. But I guess she got a civil case against him. Cory Holcomb has brought people onto the show to explain what happened, people that was there. She's went on to Tasha K and all these different places to explain her side of the story, right? Now, Cory Holcomb went on to his 5150 show, which he does every Tuesday, and he started to call out YouTubers, right? He called out Oshay Duke Jackson, who was a friend of mine. He called out lead attorney, right? He called out Joe Buttons, and he called out so many other people. But this is my issue with Cory Holcomb. Cory Holcomb has a problem with people calling him out, but in his comedic style on his show, he says whatever he wants to say about anybody, however he wants to say it. Now, I agree with him in the situation with Anton Daniels, but Cory Holcomb has said some very egregious things about many people, and he has many enemies, and people are coming after him. But my whole thing is you can't get upset now because us YouTubers are basically reporting the news. When we agree with you, we agree with you. But all of a sudden, with certain things we may disagree with or critique, now all of a sudden you want to say, well, I'm gonna start charging things for the game. I'm gonna come after you guys. I'm gonna do this. So you do like yes men. You like only people that agree with you or agree with what you're doing, right? When I saw the video, I felt like you should have walked away, or people should have grabbed you and got you up out of there because you got way more to lose. I thought it was dumb of you to go and mush the woman. It was real stupid because look at what you're going through now. Based off of everything you're saying at the back door, your people's coming after you. They want anything that they can use, and you gave them the ammunition when you were stupid enough to do it, right? And that's something that people, that's your real friends that really love you, homeboy talk should tell you, right? But let's look at what you said, some real things about Oshay Duke Jackson. Let's look at what Oshay Duke Jackson did when he gave his opinion, his constructive criticism based off of the video and what you was going through. Check this out.
That could have been before. I'm not sure. There could have been other things transpiring. But what I'm going to say is this. It makes Cory Holcomb, in my honest opinion, and I like Cory Holcomb. I love his show. I support Cory Holcomb. But what this does, it's a bad look. It makes it look like he hates women. Okay. That's how people are going to play this. Now, we know that Cory Holcomb, he says a whole bunch of stuff. He has women on his show. He has women that he shows respect to. He has women that I've seen treat very well, especially female YouTubers. But nobody is going to look at that. All right. And then it seems what Hype Plus did is, since Cory Holcomb has this situation with Anton Daniels, it was the perfect time to release this footage and put more stress on Cory Holcomb. number one, you're already in beefs or you're already having a problem with Anton Daniels. Okay. So that's already something covering your mind. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Cory Holcomb just disrespected Anton Daniels' daughter. What I feel is Hype Plus always had this around, okay? It's always been there. And what he was looking for was the perfect time to release it, okay? And since Cory Holcomb has this ongoing beef with Anton Daniels, he then disrespects Anton Daniels' daughter. Then you have another person that you have as an enemy is coming back and putting this out there. And then on your podcast, you have said that this lady is lying. And clearly, you know, what we see is what we see. We don't see the whole thing, but we do see this. And, you know, I don't have Cory Holcomb's phone number. Again, you know, I was supposed to be on the show. Would love to one time go on the show in the future. But there is really no excuse for what I see here. If that lady put the fingers in his face, all right, that's one thing, okay, which he clearly did. But then the reality is, why are you stepping up to her? You can look at Cory Holcomb. He is a big man. He got to be at least 6'3" or 6'4". So the way people are going to look at it is, well, what was the reason why you felt like you needed to step up? The other thing is, these other men out here, why are they just sitting around and letting him have a confrontation with this woman? Why are they not trying to stop this from escalating? That's another thing that we can talk about. But the reality is that Cory Holcomb, he's not going to be able to keep having these situations occur with, like I said, Anton Daniels' daughter, you know, talking what he says about with women. This situation right here, you know, time is kind of winding out, and he really got to get in front of this. And again, this is as a brother. I love the brother and all this other stuff. But if I don't really speak up on what I see as a content creator, people will say, well, you know, you covering from Cory the same way they would say I'm covering for Anton Daniels. It's just not a good look, you know, respectfully. It's not a good look. Cory Holcomb definitely needs some people, and maybe he does have them in this corner that will just talk to him and say, look, man, you know, there are certain things that you're not going to be able to get into it with nobody for the next year or two. You are exceptionally too hot. All right. You know what's going on with all the people that dislike Cory on some of these, you know, it's on site. They hate him there. The neighborhood talk, they dislike him. You know, so you already have this reputation for disliking women. And what you've done with this clip is, hey, you've added fuel to the fire for all the Cory Holcomb haters to come out. Same thing with Anton Daniels. Both of these dudes have a whole bunch of people that dislike them. And again, whatever the woman said, you know, unless you got evidence that the fact that she hit you before, and even if she did hit you before, it was broken up then why didn't you leave? You know, if she hit you before, why didn't you call the police? Okay. Now I did see him, you know, basically manhandling her husband later on, which we can't show that. So that.
Now, when you decided to retaliate against Anton Daniels, you said some things about his underage child, right? And I came on and said I disagree with it, but in battle, when two people are battling, I can't tell them how they should battle, right? But at the same time, you say a lot of things about Backdoria. You say a lot of things about the industry, and you know that any TMZ and Comedy Hype News and all these people is coming after you. So now when people give you friendly advice, yo, don't do this, all of a sudden you mad, right? But you was the one that came on years ago and called your own daughter a B, right? And said some very disparaging things about your son. Like, these are things you said. People let it slide. So, but you can say and have a narrative on everybody else, but nobody can say nothing about you. Nobody can critique you. That's a problem. That's a red flag. And I saw those red flags, you know, years back. But like I said, I liked your show and everything. But this right here was fake. This right here, what you did last night was phony, bro. I ain't rocking with that. So you get upset with the lead attorney. You get upset with people. Because this is the thing. If we try to be fair. So when you right, you right. When you wrong, you wrong. And we gonna criticize. We like, nobody made 1,000 videos just over the top coming after you, but people voice their opinion on what you did wrong. And here you go, right? And all your ego, because you're too egotistical. Even when Darlene was trying to take up for you last week, when she was trying to take up for you, you wouldn't even shut up and let the woman speak on your behalf, because you too much in your ego and nobody can tell you nothing. You don't know how to shut the hell up, right? Now watch this. You get so much in your ego, you go and you say this.
Because it's this one African scammer. Okie dokie, that's what we'll call him, Okie dokie Jackson. This man has made so many videos with my name and likeness on it and got the nerve to talk crazy about me. This man said, I need to tell my lawyer what. I was like, he telling law now? This is in the hang with the streets out here in California. So he moved back to a place where you only need 2 haircuts a year. This is my gear for street cred, but act like he doing me a favor. Talking super crazy like he is a lawyer. You all gonna see. You all gonna see. Lead in the next law. We had him up here and we all went to get something to eat. Lead this law be talking mad and lying. Because I don't normally watch, but I keep seeing stuff. So I'm like, let me see what this is. And when I saw it today, he didn't do it on his YouTube. This is bait. They think I'm smart enough to say their name. I mean, they think I'm dumb enough to say their name. Everybody know who we talking about. Lead and S Law is part of the crew to come at a nigga. Yeah. Y'all was with me the whole time we saw him. Did we do anything to that man?
No.
I thought we showed him love.
Right. Yeah.
Man, on the internet, they're telling people, so I called Cory's lawyer and I told Cory's lawyer that Cory said I could talk to you. I'm like, man, what is wrong with this man? Why is this man lying? I tell you what, though, leading his law and what's the tampon, both of them told me they were very tight with Kevin Samuels. Now, I think Kevin Samuels was one of the great philosophizers when it comes to talking to women in the history of the game. But I also thought he was moist, and I'm known for saying that. Man, these dudes in this moist army is after me. Leading all. Okie dokie Jackson. Tampon. They mad. When I saw Law trying to act like we did something wrong by making the joke about the picture with Cool Mo D or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I was like, this is really doing this? And I was like, okay. Let me tell you something. Tampon's offspring has won all kinds of medals according to what Tampon said. This is not a nobody. Say in people who not known. What was the word? Man, get here.
Figures.
Leading this law, Tampon, Okie dokie. Okie dokie makes so many videos with my face, name, and likeness on it. It's finna come to an end. Enjoy it while you can. I've done things to put an end to it. To use Cory Holcomb's name and likeness like that, it's gonna cost you real soon. I never researched how to stop it because I didn't care until I see these smiling with me, but then lying on me and acting like I don't know what I'm doing. Remember you said it. This Okie dokie said, TMZ did the same thing to Cory as Cory did to Tampon. I'm like, how? I said I had a gun. Had somebody at the airport ask me about a gun. So Okie dokie, Jackson, lead this law, and Tampon, hey, I'm gonna pull you out the bag.
So we commend you for calling out Backdooria. We commend you for calling out the industry, right? These are the things that we've been saying for years and doing for years, right? We commend you for all that. But people was giving their assessment based off of what they saw, and all everybody was saying was listen, we love Cory, we rock with Cory, but listen, you should have people around you that's strong enough that can tell you what it is and you respect them. From what I'm seeing, you ain't got them kind of people around you. You ain't got them kind of people around you because you're not humble on certain things, or you don't decipher enough to see when, no, people not really, they're not trying to play me. They just looking at it from what they see. And listen, you a big man. That woman could darn right been out there talking trash, right? But at the end of the day, no matter what she said or did, all everybody's going to see is that you mushed her. Now, we know what the court says, but you said something. See, because you can't run the game past me. You said something that was important, Cory. You said, you talked about the judge and the courts, but in the court of public opinion, they out here trying to ruin your credibility, your reputation, right? So my whole thing is, why did you let your intellect supersede your ego and get up out of there, right? Because you already know the court system is one place, but in the court of public opinion in the streets, right, outside, you said you lost a lot of gigs and stuff like that because you got Tasha K, you got TMZ, you got all these people coming against you, right? And we all was hoping that you come up out of it. But you're not above critique or criticism. No, you're not. Like, if we see that you did something wrong or you made a wrong decision, we gonna speak on it. We gonna call it out. But all of a sudden now you acting like tampon. Now you acting like tampon. Because what you did last night was uncalled for. And you shouldn't have done it. And what it showed was part of your true character. And maybe some parts of what Anton was saying, even though we don't like him at all, because he's a dork and a sucker, right, was true. You got a bunch of yes people around you that don't want to tell you the truth about yourself. Right? Because I saw when you went on there, and I don't care what the situation is. You went on the air before the world and called your daughter a bitch. Your own flesh and blood. That's what you did. And I made a video about that back then. Right? You said some things about your son. That ain't none of our business. So if you called your own daughter a B, I already know what you do there with anybody else. And I got to call it what it is. So y'all got to let me know what y'all think, man. If you made it this far in the video, hit that like button, subscribe to Street Media TV, leave your comments in the comment section. And remember, I love y'all. Till the next time. Peace.